All right, everybody, we are on lunch break. Nate Eaton, Jordan Woods here. We are across the street from the courthouse, as you can tell. We're waiting to cross the street. We left for lunch. The jury left for lunch. They're having lunch right now. Here's how the morning went. 10:30, they were all there. They were walked into the jury deliberation room, which is very close to where we and the public are sitting. And they, around 10:35, they were in there. Then they came out shortly before noon to go have lunch. So what transpired in that 90 minutes, we don't know. And we don't know what will transpire this afternoon. But we can tell you that unlike other states where all the jurors are kept together, where they all have lunch together, often the lunch is brought into the courthouse to keep the jurors, protected. Not in this case. They're out and about. They're getting lunch from wherever they want to have lunch. They're buying their own lunch. And maybe it's one of those things where they said, okay, we're nearly there. Let's go get a bite to eat and we'll finish up this afternoon. Or maybe they're just getting started. And maybe they're going to go till 4:30, 5 tonight. I would imagine if they went home early yesterday, they probably wouldn't stay too late tonight unless they want to finish it up. So that's what's happened there. I wish we had more to report. I can tell you many of you have asked about donuts because the last two trials in Idaho, I brought donuts on the last day for the line waiters, for me and the people waiting in line. And in both cases, we got a verdict that day. So I didn't bring donuts today. And I think that if we don't have a verdict today, that's the problem. So I'll bring donuts tomorrow. What's your favorite kind of donut, Jordan?
Ooh, I think Boston cream pie.
Ooh.
That's what they called it in Boston. I don't know. It has another, or like a Bavarian cream.
Yeah.
Those are great.
Those are good. I like the lemon filled. I will say I've been to Krispy Kreme donuts here in Arizona. We don't have those in Idaho Falls. I've been a couple nights ago. I was really craving a donut. It was a Saturday night when I was here. So I drove like 15 minutes to get a hot glazed, and guess what? Turn to your right. Turn to your... Yeah. Sorry. There's some interesting people down here. I hope I didn't show that. Okay. Yeah, they were out of hot donuts. Out of hot donuts, and sadly I didn't get a donut. So that's where we're at today, everybody. Many of you have asked, what happens if the jury has a question? Well, the judge gets a note. The jury writes a note to the judge, and the note is taken to the judge. If he can answer it, he will. If he can't, he won't.
Yeah.
If they ask, like, what happened to Tylee, or what happened to JJ, he will say, I have a juror about to walk by me, so I'm going to be quiet. Okay, he will say, you need to stick to the evidence of the case. You need to stick to the facts of the case. That was not brought up during the trial as far as who JJ and Tylee were, so therefore we cannot talk about that, cannot answer that question. So that's kind of the process there. Jordan, maybe should we sit over here for a minute?
Yeah.
I'll get you, Jordan can maybe explain to you all what it's been like outside of the courtroom, because while we're in the courtroom, we're not in the courtroom today, Jordan is outside making sure the feed works, talking with the court staff. So what is that like?
It's interesting. They're pretty, in the beginning, like yesterday, in the beginning of the day yesterday, they were very limited on who could be up there, but they let me just hang out and work, which is really great. But I had a chance to talk to some of the court staff and just kind of hear what they think and kind of see what's going on behind the scenes a little bit, just on the court staff side of it.
But there a lot goes into getting the video feed out to the world to watch this, right? I mean, it's not just simply you hit a play button and it goes.
Yeah, and this one presents one more challenge of being on a delay, where we have to make sure we are 30 minutes behind, or for the verdict 5 minutes behind, and just watch that the whole time and make sure our feed doesn't skip ahead or anything like that. And so when I watch it, I have live feed, where we should be and where we are, just making sure up on 3 screens so I know we're in the correct spot.
Right. We have, we cannot violate the court order. There's been some close calls, not just with us, but with the other media. So Jordan is watching it in real time, making sure we're not broadcasting it in real time, making sure you're getting the feed at 30 minutes delay. So do you ever get confused for a minute? Like, wait, where are we?
I do. I have. And that's a little scary because one time I looked at the live feed, like the actual live feed. I was like, oh no, that's not what I see. Like, we're off. Like, and I just got confused and I panicked for a second. But luckily I stopped before I changed any settings and bumped us up 30 minutes ahead on the East Idaho News Live. So it does get a little confusing. I've talked about 3 different lives and I'm getting confused. So
yeah, I will just say I'm really glad the judge is allowing video in this trial because sometimes we don't have it. There's some judges that you get the video but not till the end of the day. And it would be a logistical pain to have to go back and get 6, 7, 8 hours of video to then stream, even to collect it all at once. It would just be such a pain. We would do it, but it would be a lot. Some judges allow video not live at all and you have to wait 24 hours. So we would do it and show it to you, but then we'd be delayed. Real time versus fake time. So anyway, here's how it's going to work today. Thanks, Jordan. Actually, I'll just hold this. Once a verdict comes in, we will immediately on YouTube change the pin to the post on our live feed. We're live right now, but it's just a standby graphic. You can pin that page so you can know once a verdict comes in, we will change the pin to say verdict is in, will be read at whatever time, Arizona time. Then you know to go to that page and watch it. Once that happens, it's a unique thing to Arizona. The prosecutor will argue aggravating factors in this case that the judge will consider for sentencing, but Lori will not be sentenced today. So she'll argue, Lori could argue too. That could be 5 minutes, that could be an hour, we don't know. But when we get to that point, we have to go back to the 30-minute delay. Kind of complicated in a way. So we'll have the verdict on a 5-minute delay, then we'll switch back to standby, and then 30 minutes later, we'll go back to the aggravating factor. And then hopefully the next time you see us, we're outside live, doing live updates from out here as we try to speak with family members or jurors if they want to speak, or just bringing you the update kind of live coverage. And then tonight, we'll be live for Courtroom Insider at 8 o'clock, unless we're on jury watch. And if that's the case, we might just do a quick hit out here, just a quick live. Won't be like a more formal type of credit show. So that's kind of how it works. You got all that?
I think so. It's a lot, but I'm excited to be a part of it, and I'm excited to bring it to everyone. And yeah, I have a good feeling about it.
Jordan can never go anywhere. He can never die. He can never be sick. I hope he goes on vacation after this or something. You got a big vacation coming up.
I do. In November, I'm going on a cruise, and then Orlando. But that seems so far away. So I might have to do something small and close after this week. So
yeah, I know. My wife and I have been saying the same thing because we have another trial here in a few weeks, Brandon Boudreau's trial, and then come mid-July, I'm in Boise pretty much all of July, August, September, maybe October for Coburger. So I'm like, we better go on vacation, and it's summer, so we should do something because in a way, I wouldn't call this vacation for Jordan and me, but it's different. It's a change of pace, and it's fun and exciting in a way. I mean, and you're outside and you're eating out and you're meeting cool people. For our wives, is this a vacation for them?
No, I told her there was a small chance. I told my wife that there was a small chance that I would be flying out on Thursday instead of Wednesday, and all I got back was ... So
I know we've had to change Jordan's flight multiple times because of stuff. Anyway, and my anniversary is tomorrow too, 14 years, and so Erica knows we're not going to be spending our anniversary together for the 3rd year in a row. Thank you, Chad and Lori. Next year, though, we'll have to do an epic. Oh, it'll be 15 years next year, and I should be home, so we should do something epic, go somewhere cool. Anyway, that's what we're doing. Yeah, you can see the media tents behind me. This person keeps calling. I talked about this morning, the auto insurance people. Anyway, that's what we're doing, and we're going to head inside now because the jury will be back shortly. If you want to follow along, I'm posting updates on my X, Nate News Now, and my Facebook, Nate Eaton Reporter. And then once we get that verdict, you can tune in and we'll know. We'll at least have a 30 to 60 minute heads up on that. And we better start looking for a donut shop because we better have them tomorrow. Now all I want is donuts. You want a donut?
Yeah, that sounds good. I could always go for a donut.
Okay. Send us donuts. No, just kidding. Don't send us donuts. We don't need donuts. All right, we're headed inside. Bye.